Over the course of the past 5 months that I've been on this spiritual journey, I gained a lot of self-love. I gained self-love through getting off of social media. I've gained self-love through working out, challenging myself, practicing semen retention, increasing my seduction skills, talking to women, putting myself out there, and just overall becoming 1% better every single day. And one thing with this channel is I don't want to leave you guys in a rut. I don't want to sell you guys short. I don't want to leave you guys behind. So anything that can help me, I'm going to bring it to you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to maximize self-love. Now, these are 5 ways, 5 tricks that work for me. They might not work for you. I have to clarify that in every single one of these videos because I don't want things to just slip through the cracks and then people get upset because something that I did doesn't work for them. Everything that I do may not work for you. Do your own research. Take it within. Do whatever you want with this information. You can take it, apply it to your life, or you can crumple it up and throw it away. The ball's in your court. Now, with that out the way, 5 ways to maximize self-love. Number 1. Excuse me, I'm going to be reading off my phone like I usually do. Number 1. Now, this is one of the ways which a lot of you guys may find this to be weird. Some of you guys may find this to be a little strange, but I don't care. I'm going to just go on and say it. Put yourself as your background. Notice you see here, here, let me edit the home screen. I have myself as my background, alright? Me personally, I think I look very attractive. I think I look like a snack. I think I look amazing. I put positivity into my heart. I put positive thoughts about myself into the air. And that's ultimately what comes back to me. So by me doing this, right? By me doing this, now I look up to myself. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's go back to your younger years. When you were in your younger years, you probably looked up to a lot of celebrities. You probably looked up to a lot of rappers. You probably looked up to a bunch of, musicians, actors. You probably looked up to whether it was a wrestler, a YouTuber, anybody. You probably looked up to somebody. Now, a lot of times, as what we do as kids is we put that idol or whoever that person we look up to above us, right? We put that person above us, and subconsciously is that puts us below them subconsciously, and we don't even realize we're doing it. So by me doing this, and this is going to relate back to what I was just saying, a lot of you guys may have had a celebrity as your background. You may have had a wrestler, a YouTuber, an actor, somebody that you looked up to as your background. So by you putting yourself as your background, now every time you wake up in the morning, you're going to see yourself. Every time you, open up your phone, you're going to see yourself. Every time you look through notifications, go to your home screen, you're just going to see yourself. So this may not help as much as you think, but this helps me because now it just rewires my brain to show myself love. It rewires my brain to look up to me. I'm not looking up to anybody else. I don't wake up looking at somebody else's face. I look up to my face. I see my face. I give all that love and all that respect to myself. By me doing this gives me a ton of confidence because now it tells me that, okay, I don't need to look up to anybody else. I can just look up to myself. And that's basically what it does for me. I mean, this may not be like the most helpful tip ever, but by you just, even if it's just like looking in the mirror, right? Looking in the mirror. A lot of people can't look in the mirror. A lot of people can't look at themselves in their face because they just feel ugly, or they just can't come to an acceptance with all the harmful things that they've done to themselves in the past. Or some people just can't look at themselves in the face because they have guilt, because they have self-confidence issues, because they really couldn't come to an acceptance with something that they've been suppressing on the inside. So just by little things, by like looking yourself in the mirror, putting yourself as your background, I don't know, you could print out a poster of your face on the wall, do whatever, all right? Just look at yourself a lot, all right? Get used to this character. Get used to this glob of meat, as Solo Illuminati likes to say. Get used to this avatar, because this is the only avatar that we're promised. We can only do so much, all right? What you're given is what you're given. Now you can try to change your looks. You can get in the gym, do what you got to do. You can groom yourself right, take care of your skin. You can do all these things, but the core basics of how you look, you can't really change it, all right? Unless you got money to do surgery, then yeah, you can change it, but a lot of the times, damn, now I got to turn on my light. A lot of the times you can't do much with what you're given, all right? You got to just learn to accept it, learn to be comfortable in your own skin, all right? So, yeah, I just rambled on a bunch about this first way, but yeah, I feel like this helped me a lot, and I feel like this could help you guys a lot. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all. Now, the second way to maximize self-love: avoid social media. Now, I can go on hours about this, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to keep it short. If you avoid social media, what you're doing is taking more time away from focusing on other people, and you're going to use that time and put into yourself, all right? Because here's the thing with social media: when you're on social media, all you see is people's lives, all you see is other people, all you see is what this person's doing, what vacation this person went on, who this guy's talking to, who this girl's talking to, what beach this girl went to. It's just pointless stuff that really has nothing to do with you. So if you can't delete social media, at the very least, set limits on social media, because you don't want to be consuming too much of other people's lives, because that's going to manifest in your reality. And now you're going to care too much about other people, when in reality you shouldn't really give a fuck about nobody else but you. All right, you shouldn't worry about the next man. You shouldn't worry about what girl what this girl's doing, or what that girl, or who this girl's talking. You shouldn't worry about that, all right? So by you taking less time out of social media and putting all that time to you, that's ultimately going to benefit you, because now you're putting all that focus on you. You're putting all that love on you. You're putting all that work, all that attention to you, and it's going to pay off, because now you're going to notice that as you go on about your day. You see, all these tips that I'm giving you guys, if you can implement these tips into your life, it's going to manifest more love to you. If you're telling yourself I love you, if you're telling yourself you look good, if you're telling yourself you're beautiful, if you're telling yourself all these positive things, that's going to reciprocate back to your everyday life. People are going to tell you those things. People are going to give you compliments. People are going to tell you look good. People are going to give you love. People are going to give you money out on the streets, pay for a drink if you're short of $1. People are going to, not all the time, but people are going to give you that love that you've been giving to yourself. Everything works. It's like a bag, all right? What you put into the bag is what you get out the bag. So if you put all this hate towards yourself, if you talk shit about yourself, then that's what other people are going to get. You're not going to get, the fruit of your labor is not going to be positive if you keep putting negativity out into the world. Does that make sense? So anyway, I keep rambling on about these ways that I'm bringing you guys, but that's because I'm very, very passionate about this topic, because this is something that I always lacked as a kid, and I really want to hit it on the head with every single example. The third way to maximize self-love: challenge yourself. Even if it's just a little challenge. Waking up in the morning, waking up at 6 in the morning, going to the gym, doing a whole workout, running, studying your driver's test, things that you don't want to do, things that are just a drag, things that you really don't want to do, mowing the lawn, cleaning out your car, reading a book, doing research, anything that is going to put you to a challenge. Do those things, because over time, as you start to challenge yourself, you're going to gain a lot of confidence, because you're going to get a sense of comfortableness in doing hard things. You're going to get a sense of confidence. For example, I was somebody that always wanted to gain a lot of muscle, but never wanted to go to the gym. I was somebody who wanted to get the results, but not go through the process, not go through all the weight training, not go all through the sore muscles, the times where I can't get out of bed, the times where, I stuff myself with food to hit my calories. I didn't want to go through all that. I just wanted the results. But you see, I realized that I got to go through this shit. I have to challenge myself. I have to get my ass whooped every single day in the gym, because that's the only way I'm going to get results. So by doing things that you don't like doing, it's going to bring you a lot of confidence in your everyday life, and it's going to make you become more comfortable with just doing things in general. So yeah, that is the third way to maximize, or was that the fourth way? That was the third way to maximize self-love. The fourth way to maximize self-love: eat healthy and pamper yourself. Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, oh, this again, eat healthy. You're probably going to tell me not to eat fast food, yada, 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 whatever. Listen, this isn't going to be the last time you're going to hear this. I'm going to say it to you now. You're going to hear this a lot of times in the future. Health is wealth. All right, what you put into your body is very important. Food is information. There's a lot of things in these food that they don't want you to know about. There's a lot of things in the food that affects your vibration, that affects the way you think, that affects everything. Let's just put it this way, all right? You really have to be aware of what you put inside your body, because what you put inside your body can ultimately affect your mood, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you go about things. So by putting the right nutrients and the right food into your body, that's ultimately going to give you energy. It's going to give you more mental clarity, and it's going to make you stay positive. So I'm not going to go too much deep into this one, because this is a very controversial topic. A lot of people don't want to hear that they need to eat healthy, even though they know deep down they have to eat healthy. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but this is just the steps you need to take in order to maximize self-love. You have to eat good, because health is wealth, all right? Health is wealth. And like I said, this is not going to be the last time you're going to hear this, so I want you to hear it from me now. Take care of your body, eat healthy, take the nutrients, take all the your vitamin C's, take all your vitamins. Just pamper yourself, all right? Take care of yourself, because it's going to pay off, all right? So, with that out the way, the fifth and final way to maximize self-love: love your ego. Learn to love your ego. Now, here's the thing. This is a big one for me, all right? Here's something we all need to realize, all right? Yeah, you can have an ego death, but the ego never truly dies. The ego's always going to be here. The ego's for the matrix, all right? This ego it's what we got, all right? We got to deal with it. So with that being said, learn to accept it, all right? Put it on a leash. Put your ego on a leash. Learn to control it. Learn to put it in its place. Learn to say, sit down. Learn to put your ego on a leash. Learn to control your ego. Learn to, limit yourself. Learn to find a balance. But at the same time, love it. Love your ego. Learn to love your ego. Learn to know who you are. Learn to know about your ego, because your ego is always going to be here. You can't get rid of your ego. You can't exchange your ego out for a new one. Everybody has their own certain unique ego. You just have to learn to deal with it. You see me, I have a little bit of an ego. But every time I come on camera, it's my higher self talking. I don't like putting my ego in my videos. If you see me out in public and I'm not on camera, you might see my ego pop out a little bit. But I don't like showing my ego in these videos, because these videos are meant to help people. Kids, adults, teenagers, everybody across any age range. I need to cater to a certain audience. So that's why I talk the way I do. I talk proper. I talk with a lot of intellect, and I talk my higher self. This is my higher self talking in every single one of these videos. I don't try to mix my higher self with my ego. I don't try to come off as somebody I'm not. So yeah, I have an ego. Off of camera, yeah, I use a little slang. I'll use a little slang. That's how I talk with all my friends. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm giving y'all that example about myself to tell y'all that you just have to learn to love your ego, alright? Learn to love it. Yes, it's going to get in the way. Yes, it might fuck you over sometimes. Yes, it might cause you to make a wrong decision. But it's going to be here for the rest of your life. It's always going to be by your side. So you just kind of have to learn to accept it. You kind of just have to learn to work with it, alright? Work with your ego. Your ego, you could use your ego for a lot of good things. You could use your ego to prevent yourself from getting into a fight. You could use your ego to get more women. You can use your ego to you know, getting an upper hand as far as if you're trying to get into a business. You know, from a business standpoint, your ego could help you get the right bag, sign the right contract, hire the right people, meet the right people, you know, rub the right elbows. Your ego could help you, but at the same time, it could really damage you. An example of that is making the wrong decision. If your ego wanted to eat Chick-fil-A, but you wanted to eat alkaline foods, your ego could fuck you over because your ego would want you to eat Chick-fil-A, and now you're eating Chick-fil-A, and now you fucked up your diet. So you see what I'm saying? Your ego could fuck you over, but at the same time, it could help you. So learn to find that balance. You see, everything in life is just a balance. You got to learn to find the balance. You got to learn to find that polarity. There can't be a positive without a negative. The car can't run with the negative terminal off and the positive one on, or vice versa. There has to be a positive and there has to be a negative. So learn to find that balance. And yeah, I hope y'all found these tips to be helpful. I hope y'all found this advice and these 5 different ways to help you guys. And I hope you guys benefited from this video. I took a lot of time to make this video. I did a lot of self-reflecting. I reflected back on times where I used to be inconfident in myself, and I looked back and said, hey, you know, I came a long way with my confidence. I figured, why not share 5 ways that helped me and bring it to y'all? So if y'all let this video motivated, if y'all let this video inspired, or if you let this video a better person, then I did my part. Other than that, peace, love, positivity. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Peace.